What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the Draft to Glory. Not much sold since the last episode. I've got a whole bunch of stuff on the trade pile and of course we have got a whole bunch of stuff in the club that I'm keeping there for now until they're worth something from squad building challenges. As you can see now, as it's Monday, the new Jumbo Premium Gold Pack's been added to store. I'm not opening these for the simple fact that they're not entitled to the series. I bought the deluxe version to get the game early when it first came out. With that, you get the free 215k packs every week, so I'm just not opening them. And the reason why one is missing is because there is actually 3 there. It's just the way I've earned packs over the course of time. But those 5 packs, they won't ever be touched. Ever pretty much. But we're up 140,000 coins right now, which is pretty good considering what we got in the club as well. 125k after today's draft. New legends have been put into the draft. I tell you what, let's go with the 4-4-2 flat. Let's try a different formation. We won 3 drafts in a row, so because we're doing, because we're quite successful. Oh, brilliant! Oh my god. Oh, okay. Because we're doing alright, because we're having success right now, I don't mind trying something different. I have never used the striker Ronaldo yet. And although we won the draft when we picked Aubameyang as captain and he scored 6 goals, I think striker Ronaldo, just off the back that I've never used him before, we're going to have to take him. Oh, wow. We can take Vasquez there as well. Get that strong link straight in there. I might try and build like a La Liga and Bundesliga or BPL hybrid. Parejo's not a bad shout. Gets that strong link as well to the right mid. Now, yeah, Ronaldo's now perfect chem no matter what. And as long as we get a La Liga centre-back... Ooh, Eric Bailly. Bailly and Smalling. They both got Shadow. I'm going to go... as Bailly got high attacking work rate. A high medium 6'2". Smalling is medium high 6'4". I'm going to take Chris Smalling. And he actually has better link opportunities as well because of the English and the Man United as well. At right back... We don't have anything that helps us, so we're going to take a chemistry style, which is going to be the Hunter chem style. And in fact, it does kind of help us because we could go La Liga, BPL bottom, but Bravo, ooh, De Gea, that's perfect. This team is shaping up really nice. It's just going to be interesting as to whether or not the formation is any good. I haven't used the 4-4-2, I don't think so yet this year anyway. Okay, so we've got nothing here that helps us, so we're going to take a chem style again. I'm going to go with the anchor chem style because we'll throw that on one of the fullbacks or one of the defenders that we get. We get Natron Monreal. We get Felipe Luis. Now, I could take Felipe Luis. I don't know how I'd fit him into the team per se. Could take Monreal. Obviously, we get soft link to Smalling. Has Hunter card. I'm going to go with Felipe Luis. Let's go with high-rated players. Let's see what we can get out of this. I know Ruud Gullit is available to get in draft as well. I can't get him in this because he's obviously a centre attacking mid, and I've only got centre midfielders. But we'll take Benyat. Another strong link there. Now it does look like we could potentially go full La Liga and then maybe like oh hello, the scare card Douglas Costa gets a soft link in there to Felipe Luis. It is the left midfield version. There is also Theo Walcott there, who wouldn't be too bad. But I'm going to take this Douglas Costa. Even if it means that we have to play someone off chem somewhere to accommodate him. Oh my god, that is perfect. We could take Diego Costa. We're going to take Thomas Muller. So Douglas Costa's on perfect chem. This is an interesting team so far, guys. We've got a long ways to go yet to finish building this. I wouldn't mind like a Gareth Bale at right mid would be ideal. I don't know what else we'd be looking for. What we've got here, nothing here helps us, so we'll take a chem style. So we'll take Shadow chem style from Berardi. And Berardi also as a substitute is pretty good. We do need a better defender though. We need a defence to link in there. Now, Casemiro would be a great shout, wouldn't he? Strong link with Ronaldo. Actually gets a soft link in. Yeah, no, Casemiro is just going to be the smart choice. Wow, going there actually boosts us heavily. I don't know if I'd mind that. What's his work rates and height like? Medium, 6 foot tall. He'll get 7 chemistry there as well with the correct links and the correct manager. I quite like Casemiro down there. He gives Felipe Luis the link. Yeah, I'm not too opposed to that, to be honest. We might play him in there at centre back. We'll see what we get for other choices. So we'll take Cancelo. Obviously, we need the right back for the team. Now, Smalling and De Gea don't really fit in too much. We only took that initial right back anyway for the chemistry style. Schweinsteiger, Tribune might be a good shout. I don't know how, because he actually doesn't fit into the team. Schweinsteiger. Ooh, Schweinsteiger. Schweinsteiger could work. He'd be one link short, but I think he might help the team overall. If we throw him in there, takes us down to 88 chemistry. Yeah, look at that. That puts us up to 97 chemistry, because everyone gets perfect chem now, bar Casemiro. And I wonder if I put him in here. No, that loses chem. Yeah, Casemiro, Schweinsteiger, and Felipe Luis are the only boys who don't get full chem. That's not bad. And now this team is solid, except for, in my opinion, the right midfield. But last time we used Vasquez, he was actually pretty decent. If we put a Hunter card on him, he'll actually get like 91 pace and he'll be very, very good. And we've got a couple of spare Hunters floating around as well. So that's not too bad. Juan Mata. Juan Mata is exactly the same as Schweinsteiger. He'll get one. He'll be one link too wrong. Titties is going to be a good shout, isn't he? It just makes sense because it should boost our chemistry. Yeah, we got up to 100 chem with him, Titty, just because he goes up to 7 chemistry. Now Casemiro might help as well. No, we lose 1 chem with Casemiro, so we'll leave it as it is for now. So De Gea, Smalling are all done. Titi is 1 link short. What would we need? Like Sergio Ramos would be ideal. Sergio Ramos would work for us in defence. Our attack is fine. Our midfield is fine. Like a Ronaldo and a Sergio Ramos is about what I'm looking for, to be perfectly honest. We could take Hugo Lloris as well, because then we're only 1 link short from Umtiti. However, Chris Smalling doesn't get the benefits of the doubt either. Alexandro doesn't help. He's just as good links for, you know, as good as what's his face. Piszczek doesn't help. Lejeune doesn't help. Monreal doesn't help. So we'll take the Hunter card as well. We'll take Smolnikov for that Hunter card for sure. Next up, Jardel, Tremoulinet again. Carvajal. Is Carvajal helpful here? I mean, putting him at, I don't think he is helpful. Mustafi is not helpful. We'll take Carvajal. Just I think he's possibly a better right back than Cancelo. Although Cancelo does have the pace, Carvajal has way better defending or way better physical, less passing, less dribbling, less shooting, and less pace. But I don't know. I don't know who's the better player there. We'll leave it as Carvajal for now because I've used him so much. I actually know that I like him. Nothing here is good, so we'll go with a shadow. What have we got for the defenders? We've got 1 shadow, so yeah, we need some shadows. So we'll actually take Andros Townsend with the shadow because he's got that pace for a good sub and he's got a good chem style. Here are our silvers, so we just want another shadow card there. We've got 1 attacker now. Gareth Bale or Lionel Messi pop up here. I'll be very happy. It doesn't look like they're going to. Indeed, they're not. I guess we'll take a catalyst. How many Hunters do we need? I need 1 for Muller, 1 for Ronaldo, 1 for Vasquez. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I've got loads of Hunter cards. Let's take Catalyst because I've got way too many Hunter cards. Now I want to arrange the cards. We'll put Hunters. This bit takes actually, let's put Hunters down the back since 3 of them are already down the back. 3 Hunters. Shadows will go next to there. Catalyst, Anchors will go there like that. So Anchor, Catalyst, Shadow, blank, Shadow, Hunter. So we want to put Shadow on the right back, the right centre back, and the left back. We want to put Hunter cards on the 2 strikers and the right mids. We want to put Catalyst on Bastian Schweinsteiger. Anchor cards will be alright with right now because we're going to have shadows on all defenders. So all we really look for is either a Hunter or a Catalyst for the second midfielder or a better player for the team. That would be pretty good. And we're going to get no better player for the team, but we do get a Catalyst card. So we'll take Jansen there. And that only puts us to a 184. I'm sure it's higher than a 184 overall. But now we want to change around our position. So we want Shadow on him. We want Shadow on him. Do we have a spare Shadow? We do have a spare Shadow. It's Berardi. We want a Shadow on him. We want a Hunter on him. We want a Hunter on Ronaldo. And we want a Hunter on the right mid. And I tell you what, I'll put a Hunter on Parejo as well. Because we don't have... Oh no, wait. Do we have Catalyst? Do we have 2 Catalysts? Yeah, we do have 2 Catalysts. Okay, so we have Catalyst on Schweinsteiger and Catalyst on Parejo. And then, do I want Shield, Reflexes, Speed and Kicking? Let's throw Shield on De Gea anyway. So that's gonna be our team, guys. So what do we want for a manager? We had Muller off chem. No, Muller had 9 chem. Ronaldo 10 chem. Felipe Luis was off by a few chem. Let's just have a look. Let's have a look what we get for a manager. I don't know what we're gonna get. Bundesliga would be alright. Premier League would be alright. It's gonna have to be a Premier League manager because that's all that's gonna be helpful to us. So that's our team. It's a 116 rated team. Possibly one of the lowest drafts that you'll ever see. And we're now going to build the team back up now that the chem styles have been put into place. If you guys don't understand how the chemistry style switch works, I have a video on it. Just go check out the channel. It's very clearly labelled, so you know exactly what you're getting when you see it. And in my opinion, it's very important. Wait, do I want to play Casemiro? Or is it important that I play... No, see, I think Casemiro might be good for me. TT goes in there. Carvajal goes in there. David De Gea goes in nets. And Felipe Luis goes in at left back, which I believe puts us to 100 chemistry. Yes. It's just whether or not I want to play with Casemiro, Benyat, or Parejo, because they all work. Casemiro has better stats defensively minded, and he's boosted pace as well, whereas Benyat isn't. And Parejo is boosted pace-wise and passing to like 90 some odd. I think I will stick with Casemiro. I don't necessarily believe that a Hunter card is the best thing for him, but we'll go with that. And I think I'm going to get my first 186 draft, although it's not going to officially be a 186 because of the way I take the players, because of the chem styles. Are we going to get there? 79? No, we're not. This is not a one. Oh wait, 78. No, we're not. This is a 185 draft, but still, this is a pretty damn good draft, guys. We've got 4 shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hunters and 1 catalyst. I'm hoping that this team is good enough to take me through at least to the semi-finals. And yeah, that was the draft. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay guys, so as we get into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 96 chem, 84 rated team. Some solid players in there. Messi, Suarez, Koeman, Kante, Matic, Pereira. His defence is pretty good. I really, personally, am a big fan of Jeremy Matthew and Alves in net. I think they're very strong players. But I don't want to harp on about something because, first of all, it will actually make it more difficult for me going forwards. But second of all, I do feel like I say it a lot, and some people just like continue to choose to ignore how important it is, and that is chem styles. And this first opponent we came up against didn't have the right chem styles on the right players. It's very easy to switch chem styles in for draft. I've got a video on it. You can go check it out. But I feel like it's so important, and Thomas Muller here is a perfect example. And I'm going to grab up his stats here. I'm going to grab up his stats here on Foothead, because I transferred Thomas Muller to have a Hunter card on him. Now, Thomas Muller's regular card has 79 pace and 86 shooting. I can't remember what chem style he had on the start, but I know it didn't have pace or shooting. It might have been like Guardian or something like that. I can't specifically remember. But by giving Thomas Muller the Hunter chem style, he went from 79 pace and 86 shooting, which in turn was 76 acceleration and 80 sprint speed, and he eventually went to 91 acceleration and 90 sprint speed, 93 shooting, which was complete with 99 positioning, 99 finishing, 96 volleys, 89 shot power and 87 long shot, and then his penalties up to 77. And I genuinely believe it was a huge difference, because what you'll see, and you'll see in the teams that I come up against, is because they didn't change their chem styles, forget about their attackers, focus on their defenders and the chem styles of their defenders. One of the teams that I came up against had a defense. I think he actually had mostly defensive chem styles on his defense, but he had like Sentinel on a centre back that already didn't have any pace. You don't want Sentinel on a centre back with no pace. You want Shadow or Anchor on a centre back that already doesn't have pace. You want to boost that pace and the defending, and then potentially the physical, depending on how their stats are. So me, since I've been changing chem styles on the FUT draft, we've won 4 in a row, and you can tell by today's title we've won. We've won the draft today again. And although it wasn't like the easiest draft win, I've had easier for sure. It was definitely a draft where the difference in my team and my opponent's team was notable due to the chem styles. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to believe that chemistry has a big impact this year. A lot of people still feel like it's a placebo effect. A lot of people still feel like EA are pulling the wool over our eyes. They're not telling us the whole story. But they've given us the exact breakdown and detailed information that we required to get the best information and knowledge for ourselves to put the right chem styles on our players. So when people choose to reject that, and we'll take a look at today this team here. So this team, 5 at the back, there you go, Sentinel and Tremoulinet, backbone, 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 and basic on his defense. Now forget his attack, even though he's got the wrong chem styles on most of his attack as well. He's got Shadow on Neymar and Shadow on Messi. Now whilst the pace boost will be nice, you don't need a defending boost on Neymar and Messi. You just don't. When you look at his 3 centre-backs, they're not blessed with super pace. They've got decent enough pace, but not super pace. So when you've got 1 on basic and 2 on backbone, only Zuma gets a small boost to his pace, because basic gets a general boost. And then the other 2 centre-backs get no boost, which means my Thomas Müller, with 91 pace now, is going to burn these. And this is exactly the kind of guy that would message someone, like message a YouTuber or make a Reddit thread or something, being like, oh my god, how has Thomas Müller, 79 pace, outpaced, you know, centre-back A with 77 pace? And he's going to be confused and dumbfounded how Müller can burn past him. Well, that's because I had the right chem style and you had the wrong chem style. So I think people, like I say, I think people choose to ignore the fact that chem styles are so important, or potentially just don't understand the true relevance of what they give and what they offer. And I personally believe that that chem styles here have been the difference in me winning and losing games in drafts specifically, because when you go to FUT Champions and when you go to seasons, typically people have either no chem style, which is sometimes good, as well as having the right chem style, or the right chem style they have on. So when you go into seasons, it's very typical that you'll come up against someone that has just the correct things on, even if it's by mistake. Excuse me. In draft, however, because this learning to switch chem styles is, even though it's been in the game since the start of FIFA 16, supposedly it's relatively new to the popular scene, to the common scene. So even though it's relatively new, people don't know about it and people don't change it, which gives people that do know about it a huge advantage. And this here again is another team where it's exactly the same. His 3 attackers, 2 strikers and 1 cam, all on Shadow. He's got Catalyst on his left back, he's got Shadow on his other left back, which is pretty decent. Anchor on his, you know, Marquinhos, not bad. Backbone on his right back, Kappa. Now that Kappa guy doesn't have much pace. He has, oh actually he does have a lot of pace, 87 pace, he's not who I was thinking of, but anyway, 87 pace for him with backbone. Actually that's not too bad. Backbone is pretty decent. I personally would go for Anchor or Shadow still, but yeah, that's not too bad. So but anyway, he had Shadow on his 2 attackers and his cam, and he didn't have full chemistry either. He only had 96 overall chemistry, which means he doesn't get the full boost. But look at this, this is a prime example of Thomas Müller's pace destroying his defense. We go through, we go 2-0 up. We won the first game 8-1, really easy. We won the second game 2-1. We went 2-0 up. My opponent pulled one back. We ended up seeing the game out. In this game, we went 2-0 up. My opponent ended up pulling one back. I really like. That's a really nice finish, but a horrible goal to concede, because I actually intercepted the ball quite perfectly, and it just fell back to my my opponent's attacker, which is a bit unfortunate. But that's, you know, part and parcel with FIFA. But in general, I was never really in a position where I was in trouble in any of the games, you know, even though I did concede some goals, you know, 1 goal in every game so far. I've scored a lot of goals. I played good FIFA. I was using a formation that I wasn't necessarily keen on, but it turns out the 4-4-2 is amazing. Next up, we come up against this opponent, and this one's it's interesting because again, he's got like Gladiator and Guardian backbone on some of his defenders. You know, he's got Catalyst on Goetze, which actually isn't too bad, but he's got basic on Aubameyang, and again, basic on Aubameyang isn't too bad because Aubameyang's so goddamn fast anyway that giving him a rounded boost might not be the worst thing to do. But I just go into games now feeling very confident, and the fact that I know this chem style glitch, whether it's a glitch or not is debatable, but the fact that I know how to change the chem styles on my players, and the fact that I'm playing so much FUT Champions making me a better player, I'm winning drafts so easily and so comfortably because of these things. So I would implore you guys to do the same thing. But anyway, guys, excuse me again. We end up winning the draft 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 and 8-1 with the 4 score lines in reverse order. So we get our 3rd consecutive 2-1 win. But more importantly, our 4th consecutive draft win, which is amazing. A bit of a closer game here. My opponent definitely should have scored another goal or 2 potentially. But this is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. So guys, we end up winning our 4th consecutive draft, which puts us now above a 1 in 3 ratio, which is kind of like where I would like to be at in Draft to Glory. 1 win out of every 3 drafts. I'm just blown away by how fun that was, that draft. I won the first game 8-1, a bit of a whitewash. The next 3 games were close games. 2-1 I won 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 after going 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 and dropping a goal back. But this formation was a lot of fun and really, really, like, strong. You know, I had to take off Schweinsteiger basically every game because his stamina levels are just horrendous. Like, he's dead by the end of the game. He must be high, right? Yeah, you can tell he's high because he's just dead by the end of the game. But this team was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I'm so impressed with how well we done at the start, getting 5 finals in a row, to then only win 1 of them, to then not get to the final like 5 times in a row, and then to win 4 times in a row. I'm really happy. Hopefully this time, guys, we can get a good prize. I'm looking for a 100k pack, a 50k pack, or coins. I would love to have the reward where I get coins, and we get yes! 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 We get 45,000 coins, a 50k pack, and a 15k pack. That's what's up. 110,000 coins in rewards. 45,000 coins is huge. Absolutely huge. So we get, guys, the best possible return. We get a Jumbo Premium Gold Pack and a Rare Players Pack. So we're going to start off with the Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, guys. I'm so happy right now. And we get, boom, it's going to be nothing amazing. I don't even care if we get anything now because we got 45,000 coins. That's amazing. That's the best draft reward I think you can get, other than the 50k pack being a 100k pack. I'll store, as per usual, the players. I'm going to store everything. He won't sell. I'll store everything that sells to the club for now, and I'll go through it afterwards. We'll send all that to the club, but I am so happy. Oh wow, and a free silver pack. Now the free silver packs last year I would have sniffed my nose up at them and I'd be like, silver packs. This year, because of how valuable the silver players are, I'm happy to get a silver pack. If you get an important squad building challenge player, you've made bank. And do we get anything? We don't, which is unfortunate, but. We do get a badge that would have been important if badges were. I wonder if actually they do something where you have to put badges and kits in sets. So those guys are the packs. Apart from the 50k pack, let's go EA. Are we gonna get any luck? No luck with the special cards. We're gonna get, by looks of things, Muslera, who's obviously not too helpful for us, but there could still be some big players in here. João Mario, Lallana, Gibbs, Asamoah. I mean, it's not great. The 45,000 coins was worth way more. I'll send these guys to the club and wait until they're relevant for a squad builder challenge. I'll send Eder and Camacho up to the trade pile and wait till they're ready for a squad builder challenge. But there you go, guys. We end up winning the draft and we got an amazing, amazing prize. 45,000 coins, a 50k pack and a 15k pack. Magnificent. This is going to be the end of the video. If you have enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.